Feel me? Posh. Always stay posh. Don't ever crash. So, first of all, I'm making this video because I got challenged by my man Sports and Fitness Rant to make a video. You know, that's my man's thing. So I want to make it clear first that I I watch Sports and Fitness Rant probably every morning, early in the morning. He'll shoot out a video and I watch it. For most of his take, I'm in total agreement with him. You know, there is not much that Sports and Fitness Rants, Robin, Sports and Fitness Rants say that I disagree with. Me and him is kind of aligned with most of, his takes. So I'm going to say that as a disclaimer first before anything. This is not like a bash on Sports and Fitness Rants or, the takes that he make. This is not that. But me and him seeing different on a particular topic. I don't know if the video was today or it was a couple days ago. I didn't look on the timestamp. But like I said, I be sometimes bench watching Sports and Fitness Rants. I like his style. I like how he do his thing. So this video is I saw him come out, which is right. He's coming out against the guys that said Michael Jordan couldn't throw a rock in a pond or whatever. So I totally agree with Sports and Fitness Rants when it come on to having a stance on basketball. I totally agree with Sports and Fitness Rants with having a stance and being able to articulate it, not just saying something. I am in 100% agreement with him. So when he was saying the guys are saying like Kobe is a better shooter than Jordan because Jordan couldn't throw a rock in a pond, I agree with that. That is not a good take to make. That is not substantiating your argument. That is putting Michael Jordan down too much. That's discrediting what Michael Jordan was. Because you have players that, if they even don't choose to become like, a 3-point shooter, I really think if Jordan had taken more threes, work on it in his game, he would have been a better 3-point shooter. I really feel like Jordan is one of those players. Once he works on something in his game, he's gonna get it done. Now he said out his own mouth that he feels like that will take away from his overall game. That's what he feels. I don't know if it because now my player that I'm saying was better didn't feel that way. He worked on all deficiencies. He didn't feel like working on everything will take away from nothing in his game, and that is Kobe Bryant. Right? He didn't feel like if he worked on 3-pointers, that will take away from his mid range. He didn't feel like going to the basket will take away from his mid range. So, Kobe Bryant, as a shooter, first of all, when Mike just came in the league, again, working on stuff, Mike worked on his mid range. Mike was more like Iverson. Yes, could knock down the mid range, but go into the hole more. So Mike worked on his mid range. He didn't work that much on his 3-point shooting, but he has game. I think he had a game where I think it was a finals too, where he scored like 6 3-pointers. So I'm not saying Mike putting his mind to it wouldn't like be a better 3-point shooter. That's not what I'm saying. But you have guys that worked on it and is a better shooter. You have guys that's just so in Sports and Fitness Rant's video, he said he wouldn't take Jerry West, he wouldn't take Larry Bird, he wouldn't take Kobe Bryant over Mike Jordan. Out of those 4 players, including Mike Jordan, Michael Jordan is the worst shooter. Out of Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, or Larry Bird, Michael Jordan is the worst shooter. And that's not knocking Mike. See, this is the thing that I said because me and the other guy was going back and forth in the comment section. Some of Michael Jordan fans, they're absolute like LeBron James fans. Like saying Mike is better than Jerry West and Bird and Kobe as a shooter is asinine in my opinion. That is asinine in my opinion. Larry Bird is someone that went into a three-point contest and said to everyone, who is gonna finish second? That's Larry Bird. Michael Jordan couldn't do that. I'm sorry. Jordan couldn't do that. Jordan can't go in a three-point contest. As a matter of fact, he entered a three-point contest and I think he came last. I think he came dead last. You give him credit for entering it because that's my thing. If you fight and lose, you fought. That's how I was raised. So I give my credit for entering into the competition. But he came like so again with sports. He was dead last. He came dead last. He didn't even finish second or whatever may be the case. He came dead last. While Larry Bird, before the competition started, he said, who's going to finish second? Jerry West was literally known as Mr. Clutch. To this day, one of the things I preference is once you're in my top 10, I can argue things about your game that can make you the GOAT. It all depends on the era that you played in, who was your competition, how you won, the reason why you win, how you lose, the reason why you lost. So Jerry West even losing that amount of finals ain't the same as the amount of finals that LeBron lose. It ain't the same. Because every single time Jerry West was losing to the better team, in my opinion. The last championship that he lost against Bill Russell, Jerry West, I think tore is what did they say he tore? I don't want to be untruthful so the internet can run with it. Jerry West tour is I think is hamstring or something like that. I'm not sure. But he shot up himself with like Novocaine, wrapped that bad boy up, and went out in the game 7 and dropped like 44, 12, and 11. Some crazy stat like that. That's why he won finals MVP. When guys were thinking the game was over, Jerry West from half court is knocking down that shot. He did it in games before. So sports and fitness Rams was saying half court shot, no shot. He's not take. Yes, I won't take Steph Curry over Jordan for any shot on the field because Jordan is a killer over Steph Curry. You cannot say Jordan, or neither can you say vice versa, that Jordan is more of a killer than Jerry West, Larry Bird, or Kobe Bryant. It's just pick your poison. Jordan, all of them are killers. All of them are assassins. All of them was cut from a different cloth. Jerry West told Kobe he was the mongoose. You talking about the mamba. Jerry West said, I am the mongoose. You feel me? Jerry West was an absolute killer. Can do anything on the court. So this is what I can. So if you have someone that got just as much as heart, they're just as tough, they're willing to take any shot, the last shot, but they're better shooters. They got all the heart. They got every venom that you can speak of about Michael Jordan. If you say that's a lie, then you're just a Michael Jordan Glazers, as you Jordan fans accuse LeBron Glazers of. In a competition with the four of them, Kobe, who I think is the GOAT, and I can articulate that or debate anyone with that, Kobe is coming third out of those players. If it's a three-point competition, If it's a competition of make a three with a player on you, Kobe is gonna finish first. Now between Bird and Jerry West, I don't know who would win in the 3-point shootout, but I would bet that they will be in the top two. Kobe will finish third in the 3-point contest. That's what my bet will be, and Jordan will finish fourth. So I will take Jordan for a last shot over most players. Those three players that Sports and Fitness ran um said out his mouth, I'm not taking Jordan over Jerry West. I'm not taking Jordan over Bird. And I'm not taking Jordan over Kobe. One of the toughest threes I seen Kobe make was when the Kobe stopper, I had to do the air quotes, Ruben Patterson was all up on him. Kobe did his pump fake. Ruben Patterson didn't bite, stayed tall. And Kobe rose up and hit that shit. One of the thing with Kobe is too, Kobe makes some of the most, in my opinion, I've never looked this stat up, the most long range two. All he wanted to do was two dribbles and get to his spot. It could be 1 foot on the line where he could have easily just adjusted his foot if he was trying to be intentional for a three ball. When Kobe Bryant gets hot, the only player I think can get close to that heater is Klay Thompson. The only player in NBA history I think can get on a heater as Kobe Bryant is Klay Thompson. No other player. The only thing that put Kobe even over him, Kobe is going to remain at even if it's 2, 3, whatever guys draped all over him. Once he's on, there's nothing you can do about it. The 81 Demon, the 62 in 3/4. There's nothing you can do about it. Stop it. In the great words of the great Michael Jordan, in the words of the legendary Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help. Jordan is not a better shooter than Larry Bird, Jerry West, or Kobe Bryant. The films are there to prove it. He's just not. Then Larry Bird is gonna shoot circles around Jordan. Jordan can beat Larry Bird in a game of horse. Stop it. So yes, I will take Jordan over most players. Them three guys, no, get out of here. No, absolutely not. Jerry West still has the purest shot possibly in NBA history. And don't talk about toughness or the willingness to take that shot. Players make shots and players miss shots. The same shots they make, the same shots they miss. So if someone has more clutch shot than someone, I think LeBron got more clutch shots than most of these players. Nobody is taking LeBron over these guys. None. Nobody is, well, LeBron fans would because they're very delusional. Because the dude that I think his name is NY's daddy or something like that, going back and forth in the comment with, he's talking about more shots. Stop it with more. That's why LeBron can be talking about he's the greatest scorer ever, because he got the most points. More doesn't dictate best. Now, one of the time Sports and Fitness Friends, he had replied to me and saying Jordan IQ and creativity was better. How can you separate who has a higher IQ between Jordan, Kobe, Bird, and Jerry West? You just cannot. They're all basketball gods. They're all basketball savants. They can break down the game in a million ways. Look at Jerry West's basketball IQ, drafting players, choosing players as a GM. And then look at Jordan's basketball IQ as a GM. Stop it. Larry Bird When he went to his team, some of the plays that Larry Bird make, you're not just gonna make those plays by having an average basketball mind. Because Larry Bird, out of these three players, is also, I think, is the slowest or less athletic. Of course, Jerry West, I think, I'm not, but Jerry West was probably a tad bit more athletic than Bird. So Jerry West's IQ had to be way up there. What Bird IQ had to be way up there. Bird took down the Showtime Lakers at their best, arguably the best team ever. Yes, better than Shaq and Kobe. And when Larry Bird came into the league that year before, his team won 29 games. And by Larry Bird's second season, he was winning an NBA championship. And yes, I know some player locked out and get their running mates. That's great for them earlier than some. You get me? Jordan got Pippen a little bit later. I'm not sure of the timestamp of the Kevin McHale and all of them with Bird, but yes, Bird had McHale and his running mates, but Bird took down. So when you talk about IQ, Bird will took down a team that's arguably better than his team. We have to be honest. I've never really seen Jordan the Bulls beat a team that was better than them. Yes, I give him credit for winning, but I've never seen Jordan overcome a team that was better than them. They won because they were supposed to win. And that is a thing, because you have dudes like LeBron James that lose that finals that he's supposed to win. So I'm straying away from the argument. In Sports and Fitness, so let me get back to it. In Sports and Fitness Rand's video, he said he can admit Kobe as a longer range, like deeper. But then in that same video, he say not even a half court shot. He's not giving Kobe or Jerry West or Bird over Jordan. But how can two things can't be true, Sports and Fitness Rants, if Kobe got a deeper range? Because it's all about if Kobe is feeling the shot. Whether it's a long two or a long three, he's gonna pull up and knock it down if he feels like he got the shot. Before Steph and Clay, Kobe Bryant versus the Sonics, I think, if I'm not lying, Gary Payton, playing for the Seattle Supersonics, Kobe Bryant had the most three-pointers in a game before Steph and Clay. I think he shared that 12 three-pointers with the other player. I forgot that other player name. But Kobe beat out, what's his name that played with Shaq? What's his name? D. Scott. His name that he played with Shaq. I think he had 11. 3D, 3D they call him. 3D. Yeah, I'm missing my man's name right now. So Kobe had the most threes in a game, and it wasn't when the league got softer defensively. It was in the toughest defensive era. He got that most threes in a game. It wasn't in his 81-point game, he had 12 threes. So you can see, I think in that game he had like 7 threes or whatever may be the case. So you cannot just, so when you're saying Jordan got a higher IQ, Kobe Bryant did detail. And so much things like One time they say Kobe was practicing before the game started, and he could tell that the rim was a quarter of an inch lower than regulation, and told them to go up there and measure it. And his measurements was accurate. That's how much detail Kobe put into basketball. That's how much basketball IQ Kobe has. You cannot say no player. I'm not even saying which there is a strong argument, because IQ is intelligence. You get me? And Kobe and Jordan has the same profession. So if you're more in, Kobe speaks how many whatever language, Kobe Bryant exhibits so much intelligence off the court and on the court, because intelligence is intelligence. And if basketball is my job, my intelligence applied in basketball. So Kobe became a storyteller after his career. You understand what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, with his IQ, took down the three-headed monster Boston Celtic. They were a better defensive team than the Lakers by far, and he got his team to be on par defensively with them. He knew that he needed the most rebounds. His team needed the most rebounds in games to win this series. Shows intelligence, creativity. Kobe Bryant can manipulate the ball way more than Jordan. There is a thing about limited movements. If you can make limited movements to get your shot off, that is great. Just as someone that can dribble the heck out the ball. But the only difference with Kobe is Kobe got a two dribble pull up, and Kobe got the ball on a string too. Whatever you want, he can give it to you. He can give you limited movements. So when you're talking about creativity, his reply to me, Sports and Fitness Rants, Robin replied to me was, Jordan has a Jordan is not a more creative player than Kobe. I say he's more creative than Jerry West and Bird. But Jordan is not more creative or ever nor ever higher IQ than Kobe. There is just no way for you, but I can say a lot of things that shows to Kobe IQ, even just the series detail that Kobe aired on ESPN. He broke down basketball in every single way you can imagine. And Jerry West, being a GM after leaving basketball, shows how much basketball Jerry West knows. Now, when it comes on to creativity, bro, come on. Kobe from the his spin pivot and stuff like that, bro. Like the passes that he got where he do like a 360 spin, then he will go up in the air. Mutombo is right there. He fakes Mutombo, handed off the shot. He did the same play with Roddy Terry-off. He did it with Gasol. The mistake. Creativity, Mamba. Creativity, Robin, really? Creativity and IQ is something you just cannot use. Like certain things, you can use the same things you used to say why Jordan is far and above better than LeBron. You cannot use that with some players. You just simply cannot. Because again, everyone in my top 10, I can argue why they're the best. I can argue why Magic is the best. I can argue why Bird is the best. I can argue why Akeem Olajuwon, who is third on my list, is the best. I can argue why people are the best to me. It's all about the errors that you played in and what you did in your error. Because I didn't play against you. Basketball, all of us go on the court. Forget all of the right teams that you are on, right situations, the error that you played in. the skill set, the silhouette. These are the things that I look at. These are the things. So there is just, if you're, I would say this to you, sports and fitness, right? If you admit Kobe has a longer range than MJ, in my opinion, that is Kobe being a better long ball shooter than MJ. If you, I don't go with numbers. I did this off of my just eye test first when I was on a panel, and then they look up the numbers, and I was correct. Kobe is double teamed almost twice the time of what Michael Jordan is double teamed. Almost twice. Michael Jordan, I think, is double teamed 21% of the time throughout his career. Kobe is double teamed 39% of the time. There is a thing about being the toughest shot maker. If I'm the toughest shot maker, not the best dunker or whatever, Kobe got claims on that too. In terms of variety of dunks, it's not a repeat of dunks. It's not. They are not slowing down. One of the things, and I'm not knocking Jordan, because I think if you play Jordan film in full speed, it's just as impressive. But one of the things they do with Jordan highlights is to slow down his highlight reel, like make it look more majestic. They even put a certain music in the background. Watching the live film with Jordan, I see, because one of Jordan's best asset is his lightning speed. You feel me? Jordan is like a cheetah quick. So that's one of Jordan assets that I say, hey, I don't know what you're gonna do with that speed. You get me? So limited movements are not the bag of fanciness. It's not a knock on Jordan. It's just that, in a sense, not what Gilbert Arenas was saying, because he's just stupid, but just in a sense, if I am this fast and I got a strong dribble, it's not like you're just gonna strip my ball. I don't need to waste no time with you. So you can use Jordan, because limited movements is something you can use versus someone like a James Harden who just dribble, dribble, dribble. But you can't use it against Kobe, because Kobe got the limited movements aspect to his game too. But let's just stick to the 3-point making. So the deep ball again, in your video, sports and fitness rants, you said Kobe Bryant got a lot. That means Kobe Bryant is a better shooter than MJ. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video. But for now, I'll call it quits for now. Okay, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to something real quick. I'm gonna do a follow-up video on this again.